Hey, what's up? This is NDSPL. I'm Joey. Um, so today, a little bit of progress. I like to do weekly updates, I guess. I don't have anything else better to do. But I figured I would show y'all what I got done. So, alright, I'm actually a little excited. I'm actually making looks like I'm doing something. I got one of my solid 8Ks in. So, here's an issue that I know a lot of people have, a lot of people hate, is when you go to hook up your power cable. Notice that I have a ground and I have a test light in there. And you might be wondering, well, what's the test light for? Well, if you've ever hooked up an amp, you know that as soon as you put power to it, if excuse me, if the caps are not full, or if they've drained, as soon as you put power to it, you hook it up, you get a big spark. Whether you hook it up here, or you hook it up and then you attach the fuse if you have a fuse, which is the proper way to do it, by the way, but whatever. So what I saw and what I like to do is this method. As you can see, it appears that it's already charged because the light is out. So I got the negative in there, and I have the power, which is, trace it down, it's hooked to the power right up into there. It basically acts as if you are charging a capacitor for the first time. If you have a cap bank or something like that, or a battery delete, and you've got a big cap bank in there, what you do is it comes with a little light bulb. You can actually use that too. You just throw that in line, and it doesn't actually matter if you throw it in line with the power or the ground. I prefer to throw it in line with the power, but it will slowly charge up the caps and the amplifier, so that way you don't get the big spark. It's a lot safer. It's not as scary. You drop $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on an amp or multiple amps, and you go to hook them up, and it throws a spark. That'll scare you. If you're like me, you're fucking poor as fuck, and you're broke because you spend all your money on fucking car audio. So, if you do it this way, turn it around. Let's see if I can get a light in here. I don't know if this will help or if this will blow the camera out, but ground, and I'm using this test light for the power because it has a little light bulb in there, and that acts as like a trickle charger and kind of in a sense. So there we go. But yeah, I vacuumed up, got everything in there, got some of the wires straightened up, pulled some wires through. Speaking of wires, where's my LED wires? Okay, they're down there. So I got my wires for my LEDs right there. I got my relay, got my remote. I'm just actually double checking everything now. RCA, oh shit, what was my RCA over here? Right there, peekaboo. Let's see. Okay, this is for the fans. That's the remote. That's for the fans. Okay, so the power cable. So should be pretty good. Getting ready to start bolting these in, and it's always the little things that seem to hold me up. I want more washers, about this size, to hold the amp down to go in these tiny little bolts for this amp rack here. So I don't have those, so I want to bolt one down. After I get it bolted down, then I want to start doing the connections, obviously, because it's going to be a pain in the ass to try to get down in here while all that wire. Hell, you can't even see it. There it is. It's gonna be hard as hell to get to that with all that cable in the way. So obviously I'm gonna get it bolted down first. Try to get all my LEDs on the amps. There's the LEDs I got now wired up. My white one took a shit on me over here. I got a it's gonna blow it out. I got a white and a red, so I can swap back and forth. Well, the white one went out over here, so I just have the red one hooked up for now. So I did have all this red, and I have LEDs under the amps and behind the amps. And what my thought process is I want my amps to glow red to give it a kind of an eerie appearance, I guess, with, you know, all the chains and shit. And then this is where the Slayer goes. So I got it lit up white. Actually, come to think about it, I've seen Slayer enough. They do green and red lights a lot. I could put green on it, but then I don't know. I don't want it to be like, oh, it's a Christmas murder theme or some bullshit. But so yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can't dig up a few more of these and see if maybe I can't get this bolted down before the wife and daughter gets home, because I need to start cooking out. Throw some shit on the grill. I think that dude just ran over that trash. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see, what am I waiting on with this? Get all this done. I need to put my alternators in and put my DSP. I got my DSP. I just need to wire it up and so forth. So oh, rims and tires. I need to powder coat my rims. They are on the other side of the old drag wagon here. Make sure I'm not gonna fry anything. They're on the other side. There's some 24s. But yeah, this poor old girl ain't been out for a while. A lot of people probably think it's a myth because I haven't had it out and I've been concentrating on car audio. But yeah, it's it'll get motivated whenever I get motivated to get it fucking going, I guess. So yeah, alternators and I pulled my DSP out. It was constantly drawing power. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. I don't know. I need to maybe throw that on a quick disconnect or something, shut it down. Anyway, got that. Got my ZVL1 or ZVL there. I don't have my subs in yet. Yeah, I got noise suppressors on here. Speaking of which, I'm probably going to make a video on alternator wine and shit here pretty soon. I got a video I need to post. It's a bear vid video, the dude that does amplifier repair. I'll drop it down in the comments below, or in another video. It has to do with floating grounds and switch grounds and shit and how the amplifiers work. But just real quick, when I first put amplifiers in here, I just had some these little PPIs over here, Class D amps, and let's see if I can get around over here. Fucking tight squeeze. Where is that little sucker? There it is. I had these little PPIs in there, and one per door, and it was great. No big deal. Didn't whine. No hiss. It was clean. It was clear. Well, I throw a Class AB amp on there, and it starts fucking whining to beat hell. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the way the amplifiers are grounded, common ground, switch ground. I'll have to watch the video so I know actually what I'm fucking talking about. But I'll have to post it and you can watch it. There's a lot of people that are way more knowledgeable on this than me. But the exact same thing happened in my daily. I put those amps in there, those PPI amps, and they were fine. No hiss, no whine. They sounded okay. Well, one took a shit. I put SXD 200.2, 90 by 2, little sundown amp, and it's a Class D amp. It was fine. Well, I grabbed one of my Orion. It's at a 700.2. I believe it's a Class AB. I put it in there, and I hooked it up to my rear speakers, and it starts whining through my front speakers. And I was like, how the hell do you hook an amp up to your rear speakers and then you get alternator whine in your fucking front speakers? So it has something to do with the way the amplifiers are grounded. So I had a Class D amp. It was great. Put in a Class AB amp. It whines. So I got a little Fosse amp. I need to do a little, I guess, unboxing review or whatever on it. It's a Class D amp. I probably won't have any whine. So, but anyway, I don't want to drag this on. That'll be for another, 3,001 on each door. It's your right, left, door. That's for my tweeters. But yeah, I got one of my 8Ks in. I got these wired at a 1/2 ohm. So yeah, it looks a little bit better. Still a little bit of a mess, but got all that shit up there. I got my other 2 amps off to the side, but all right, it looks like it's done charging. So I'm gonna see if I can't hunt down some more washers. We say wash with an R here in fucking Indiana. So I'm gonna do that and just make sure everything's tight and buttoned up and so forth. So alright, man, if you actually watch this video all the way through, man, fucking thanks, cool. Appreciate you. So yeah, I'm gonna get on this, and just remember, your projects don't work if you don't work on them, that is. So alright, man, thanks. Later.